welcome back to another episode. Now, last week we talked about protecting our website, but this week we're going to talk about the thing most people care about, making sure our website is found by Google. So strap in. I'm going to take you through my 5 steps that'll help your website be found on Google. And no, I swear it's not magic. Okay, first things first. If you have especially a brand new website, but really any age of website, you need to make sure that you're using Google's own tools to get found by Google. I get it. It's a little bit mind-blowing, right? So you want to make sure that your website is registered with Google Search Console. I'm going to show you a little bit here what it looks like. So if we come in here, you can see that I have a Google Search Console presence for my own website, and I have submitted a sitemap. And that's really important because Google goes out and it crawls this sitemap. It's all of the pages, all of the blog posts, all of the images on your website if you want to include that sitemap. And you want to register that with Google as soon as you launch your website. So you can see here, I submitted mine on July 8th, which is about the time I started my business. And it was last read by Google on February 6th. That's really important to me because I blog every single week. So this means it has all of my website blogs as well as the normal pages. I've also added a few pages in the last few weeks. So now I know that those are discoverable by Google. Now this sitemap index.html, I'm going to show you guys. I use Yoast SEO plugin. And you can see here, it takes me through, it's got all of my posts, my pages, even products, because I have some WooCommerce products set up, categories, and product categories as well. So if I come in here to my page sitemap, you can see all of my pages on my website. And that's what Google uses to crawl. And it comes to this index here. So it's really important that you have a Google Search Console, used to be called Google Webmaster Tools, account so that you can tell Google basically what pages are on your website, what images are on your website, and then it can go through and crawl everything and index those appropriately. Again, if you have a WordPress website like I do, WordPress's plugin Yoast SEO is simply the best tool that I can ever recommend to make those sitemaps really easy. So you can go upload that directly to Google Search Console. Does all the work for you. Okay, number 2, we talked about this actually last week with website security, but Google finds this really important too, and it's affecting search rankings now. So I want to make sure that you have this very cool little lock icon next to your URL. And that tells Google you have a security certificate. So you can see here, my connection is secure. I have a valid certificate. And it shows Google that I am doing what I can to protect my customers' data. And it tells them that I care about that website security. That's just a really simple, easy way for Google to know that I care about security, and it's showing them that my website is secure. And so people care about that, because if you don't have a secure website, if you don't, Google will show them that it's an unsecure URL when they click on it in the Chrome browser and in search results now. So number 3, this one's a little bit different, but I want you guys to think about all of those images that you submitted to Google with your sitemap. It's also really important with those images that 1, Google knows what's in the image, and 2, people who are using screen readers are able to see those images, even though if they can't visually see them, if they have different seeing abilities. So with that, we want to make sure that we have optimized our images for the web, and that's really 2 things. First, that image name, that URL, the file name, when you upload that to your website, better be something that is descriptive of what the actual image is. And you want to make sure that you add alternative text, which is a description of what's in the image. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in code really quickly here. So you can see this is my blog post for the week. And if we come in here to, this is just the source code, you can see here that the alt text, which shows this image, is improve Google ranking. So that's what that image is about. And you can also see here that that is the name of my image file as well. And really, this is twofold. They both tell Google what the image is about, but those file names and that alternative text also gets read to people who use screen readers to view the internet. And if you don't have any alternative text there, it's going to read the file name. And oh my goodness, could you imagine if it's reading the file name and it's 013PA5789.jpg? Like, that means nothing to somebody who is searching and browsing the internet using a screen reader. So Google cares that you're also providing good accessibility experiences for people on your website. And that's going to become more and more important as time goes on. But also, Google doesn't know what's in that image unless you tell them. And so using that file name and the alternative text to get in some keywords and phrases where it fits, mind, it needs to fit, is also a really good way to just boost your SEO a little bit. Now, number 4. In this one, we want to talk about headlines. So we've talked a little bit in other videos about copy and how important it is to have headlines and proper headlines throughout your website. But you also, it's a great place to incorporate that key phrase and keywords that you want to use. We don't want to stuff our website full of keywords and key phrases anymore, but we want to make sure that our headlines are descriptive of what we're doing. So I'm going to show you here on a client's website. They're a fitness facility. So we have fitness right here in that headline. You scroll down, we have training options, and then in more headlines, fitness classes and personal training. So you can see we are using keywords and key phrases, but none of it is keyword stuffed. It's all very plain English, so to speak. We want to show that it's nothing that is crazy. I'm not trying to fit it in. I am using simply language that makes sense to our customers, but that Google will also love. Okay, and number 5, and no one likes this answer, and I give this answer in every single SEO focused video, blog, anything that I write, talk about, whatever, because it is simply one of the easiest ways. But number 5 is to blog. And I'm really sorry, but creating consistent content is really important to your SEO because, one, there's something called the Google freshness factor. And that's where Google goes in and determines that what you're writing, that your website provides a timely answer for people's searches, because they don't want to serve something that's 6 years old. It may no longer be relevant. So instead, they're going to look and see that you're providing relevant, fresh content. And then also, it's just a great way to get in some of those keywords and key phrases in a much more organic way. You're not keyword stuffing pages anymore. You're not creating a bunch of really fake landing pages throughout your website to get that one little keyword. Instead, you can use blogs and write high quality, informative, and educational content that people actually want to read, and use that to promote and really serve those keywords and key phrases that you're targeting. It's actually a really simple thing to do, but it's a really big thing for a lot of people. It's hard. It's a struggle. Now, here is something I do highly recommend when it comes to blogging. 1, pick a schedule and be consistent with it. If it's once a month, do it the same day at the same time every month. If it's once a week, same thing, same day of the week, same time. Every single time. That consistency is important for your readers so they know exactly when to go find a new blog post. But also, it's just really good to kind of have that schedule. It makes it easier for you, and it makes it easy to follow through on it as well. So while blogging may not be everybody's favorite, although I kind of love it, choose a schedule and write a blog at minimum 1 per month and get those keywords into your website in a much more organic, educational, and friendly way that your users will love. Okay, that's it. Now, all of these things are steps that you can take starting today and improve your website rankings today. If you aren't on Google Search Console, that alone can be a big boost for your SEO and adding that sitemap. Now, if you have any questions, I am here to help. Do not hesitate to reach out and even click in the discovery link in the description here for the video. And we'll be back next week. Now, next week, we're going to talk about design tips that are universal no matter your website. See y'all then.